Former President Trump will visit the border today for the first time since leaving office. President Trump will tour McAllen, Texas, with Governor Greg Abbott, about 800 miles farther south than Vice President Harris's visit last week. The former president's visit comes as immigration agents find and they rescue, look at that, a 2-year-old little boy abandoned by the side of the road in Mexico. Tarrant County, Texas Sheriff Bill Waybourn is joining the former president on his trip today, and he joins us now. Good morning to you, Sheriff.
Good morning, Ainsley, and God bless you, and thank you for having me.
Oh, God bless you. I pray that he always keeps you and your men and women safe. Tell me what your role is today. You'll be meeting with President Trump.
I will be, and my briefing will be specifically what is coming across the border doesn't stay on the border. We know it goes out, and one of the major hubs, unfortunately, is the Dallas-Fort Worth area, where it goes north and up and out, and it's the drug issues and the human trafficking issues. But specifically, I'll be talking about the threat of fentanyl to our country, how it is a clear and present threat. And since February this year, Texas law enforcement has seized enough fentanyl to kill every man, woman, and child in the state of New York. And if that isn't shocking enough, we're seeing a 50% increase in fatal overdoses in the greater Tarrant County area.
And
I'll be talking about that threat.
Okay, tell us, how does that, to the average viewer at home, they might say, oh, well, I'm not going to see this fentanyl. But we interviewed some parents recently, and they talked about how their young children, really young teenagers, died because they took one drug, they thought it was one thing, and it was something else. It was laced with another drug. How serious is this?
It's incredibly serious, and what we're seeing is even the low-level dealers have ample amount of fentanyl that they're lacing heroin. They're lacing designer drugs that the kids often use, and we're seeing this population between the ages of 16 and 24 being a complete, that age group right there is who we're losing to this. And what I would say to the parents, whether they're sitting in New York or they're sitting in California, folks, please invade the space of your children. Know who they're talking to. See what's going on social media, because this looks like a safe drug. They're using pill presses, and it looks like, oh, this isn't any more dangerous than marijuana or a prescription drug, and it's deadly.
So scary, so scary for parents. Almost a 300% rise in fentanyl seizures this May compared to last May. Now, Kamala Harris, listen to this. She's saying it's not their fault. They inherited this situation.
As you know, we inherited a tough situation. I've looked at a system where people have been housed in inhumane conditions over the last many years. An asylum system that has been broken and that needs to be reconstructed. And in 5 months, we've made progress, but there's still much more work to be done, but we've made progress.
What's your reaction to that, Sheriff?
Well, my reaction is very clear. On the streets of Texas today in January, methamphetamine, another deadly drug that's laced with fentanyl, was going for $50 a gram. Today, you can buy it for $15 to $20 a gram. The incredible seizures of drugs, the things that we have caught coming across the border, and the things that we've caught in country up in the Tarrant County and Dallas County area, we're having huge loads of drugs that are being seized. So there hasn't been any progress. The border is open, and we're talking about the kids coming across, and we have got a crisis on the border. And that crisis is growing throughout America, and we've got to draw a line in the sand someplace and take care of it. We've got some heroic border sheriffs down here doing an incredible job with their federal partners and DPS, but it's no.
Sheriff, we really appreciate everything you're doing. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day with President Trump and with the governor.
God bless y'all, and thank you.
God bless you, too. Thank you.